guys, this is Roger Wakefield coming to you from Zurn Industries in Erie, PA. This is the testing facility, and as you can see, we're testing things today. Today, we're going to show you how to test carriers, how the carriers, the toilets, and the valves all tie together, and how to test grading. You're going to want to check this out. This video is sponsored by Ferguson and Zurn. Now, we teamed up with Ferguson because of everything to do for plumbers and the communities that we're in. Today, we're going to get to show you some really cool stuff from one of the most amazing testing labs I've ever seen.
Now, one of the first things that we did was the line carry test. Now, this was actually cool. They used 60 feet of clear pipe. That way they can measure how far waste travels. It's easy to see on the inside. Every time we hung up a piece of substance that looked like it was flushed down a real toilet, it was always at a fitting. Now, I guess that could really be real world experience where you're like, well, maybe the plumber didn't push it all the way together. So again, guys, understand everything moved really smooth through the pipe, plenty of water to carry it out. Now, the optimized sweep of Zurn's carrier is designed to carry the waste further away more efficiently. Now, those of y'all that didn't see it, this is very similar to a video I did with the flushable wipes. The cool thing about that is we did the same thing with not as much clear pipe, but we used PVC pipe and clear pipe together so that we could do the same type test. I love the fact that Zurn put this together in their facility, so literally you can look at their toilet, you can look at their flush valve, you can look at their carrier, flush it, and watch it all go down. After some would get hung up, we'd try to flush again and break them up. I'm telling you, to watch this thing flow down, you can see they spend a lot of time testing to make sure they're getting as much water down there as they can to flush everything out the way it should.
The line carrier test is done on 60-foot clear pipe to measure the distance that the waste is carried away. And the optimized sweep of Zurn's carrier is to make sure that it's carried away more efficiently. So Zurn can provide the toilet, the carrier, the flush valve as a complete package. And this is designed as a kit. This is a benefit Zurn can give you to give you the confidence that you need, and they have the data to back it up.
Now, one of the next tests that we did was really cool, and this was the load press testing. Now, Zurn uses load press testing to ensure that their products meet industry standards for durability. Now, they want to ensure that their products are not only durable, but keep the end user safe. So when you look at these and see how they break, it was really pretty cool. Now, we did a lot with the slow motion camera. The testing machine that they use applies up to 150 tons of pressure. So it's really cool to watch that. The flow through drain grate press was one of the neatest things that I got to see them do. And if you look at the video pretty well, you can see they've got like a chain mesh fence hanging around it to stop anything from flying out or going too far, which I never saw anything go too far. So that tells you the way that they've got it put together, it breaks, in a weird thing to say, in a safe, comfortable way. Now, these grates are rated for forklifts, dump trucks, tanks, things like that. Imagine how much weight you're talking about when you've got a loaded down forklift, when you've got dump trucks, when you've got trucks full of concrete, things like that that carry all this weight, and they're driving across this grate, and this grate can handle it. As you see by their testing, they make sure their grates are built to the standards they're supposed to be built to, and they even test them above and beyond. Now, these broke into several pieces, but you could see all the pieces broke and stayed relatively close. It's not like shrapnel where it all flew apart everywhere. This was in a neat testing environment, but as an end user, maybe that never thinks about driving a forklift over a grate, wondering if it'd break, it's neat to know that Zurn is looking out for your safety before the product ever gets installed. Now, the Zurn roof drain test stand was probably one of the neatest things that I got to see. Zurn is the only manufacturer in North America that has a test stand like this. This is where I shot some of my favorite video, and I had the most fun. And it was neat to find out that over the course of testing, they have flowed enough water through the stand to fill over 12 Olympic swimming pools worth of water. Zurn recycles and reuses all the water that has been flowed through the test stand, as well as through any other test stands in the lab. The Hydro Lab capabilities have reduced prototyping and testing lead times by 90%, allowing them to research and analyze data faster and succeed in bringing the best roof drains to the market. They can flow in excess of 2,000 gallons per minute. That is equal to 1,111 low-flow shower heads and equal to 3 fire hoses. That could also fill 48 bathtubs in 1 minute.
To prove out sustainable, repeatable, and accurate test methods for roof drain flow. To analyze cause and effect scenarios that influence flow performance. To collaborate with industry leaders on roof drainage and establish testing standards. The Hydro Lab capabilities have reduced prototyping and testing lead times by 90%, allowing Zurn to research and analyze data faster and succeed in bringing the best roof drain to the market.
The elevator drain stand might have been my favorite. Zurn was influential in assisting IAPMO in the writing of the standard for this type of drain and the flow requirements. It's designed for elevators so that in an emergency situation, the elevators do not flood. This allows firefighters to get up to where they need to go.
All right, so this is what's in the wall that you normally don't see. This is the actual toilet. You know, you see the flush valve, everything there. But look at this. We're gonna see what we can do to test this. We wanna make sure that the load rating is good for the toilet. There is a deflection built in so the virtuous china doesn't take all the load. This is glass, it will break, it does not bend. If these are designed right, it makes the person sitting on the toilet even safer. Zurn uses load press testing to ensure that their products meet industry standards for durability, but not just durability, but also to keep the end user safe. So some of the features of the Zurn carrier and wall bowl combination. This is done with a 5-ton press. Now bariatric carriers are designed for 1,000-pound load rating and a 500-pound rated carrier is shown here. Part of the reason is this is safety. We need to adhere to the industry standards, but when a virtuous china bowl breaks, it's essentially like glass. Look at Colton's smile. Carriers are designed intentionally to have some deflection so that the rigid virtuous china isn't taking the brunt of the weight.
Now watching this toilet get destroyed, I'm thinking the whole time it could probably go to a higher load rating because if you look at where it gives way at the very bottom, there's going to be a wall there helping support that and hold it to an even higher weight. So like I said, it was really neat to see the way they tested things, how they tested them, and to know that they're looking out for our safety.
Okay, y'all, this isn't funny. Will you let me out of here? Hello, will y'all let me out of here? Okay, people, this is not funny.
Zurn is leading the industry as an innovator using data to drive new product development. And the fact that they're sustainably inspired really excites me because I'm a lead AP. They recycle and reuse the water used as they test their products and develop new products.
Guys, this has been fun. I want to remind you, this video was sponsored by Ferguson. You know why we teamed up with Ferguson? They're one of the best plumbing supply companies in the nation, and we love what they do for all of us. This was great teaming up with Zurn, and this video was sponsored by them too. It was so neat today to get in to see how they test things, why they test things, and all the data they use behind everything that they make. Anyway, go check out Ferguson.com, go check out Zurn.com to find out more about both of them. I hope you learned something today. I know I did. This is the first time I've ever seen testing done like this, and I think it's phenomenal. I'm Roger Wakefield, Lead AP, helping you make more money in the trades.